I think the only way to figure out what it is that my paintings are trying to tell me is to confront myself right now in the mirror. Because my paintings are innately my voice. They are my voice. My sister tells me I should stand up when I speak out loud, regardless if it's to someone that can hear me, but so I can move my hands. It sounds more natural in the recording. Even though now my voice is hoarse and lost, it feels like my mind. I was telling a friend earlier that my words feel like they're on the end of a string right now, and I'm holding on to just the very end of it, just the very tip. And I'm afraid to let go because I don't want to lose the potential of that thought that's at the end of it. Because I don't know if I'll ever get it back. Maybe something else will come in its place. I tell my mom that when she gets, or when she loses her voice or gets laryngitis, because she talks a lot for a living, that it's the universe trying to tell her that she needs to listen more. So I think maybe this is also part of that, is that I have to listen to myself. And what is it that I'm really trying to say? Whether it's through my paintings or through the plays that I'm trying to write, like what is it that I'm actually trying to tell myself? Like where am I right now? How does my body occupy this space? How do I deal with relationships? And even right now, I'm not even looking myself in the eye fully, and I should adjust that. It's difficult to confront yourself, harder than you think it might be, to look yourself in the eye. I don't feel as though I'm judging myself. But it's about self-recognition and self-value. Trying to find the utmost truth behind what it is or who I am in this world and how I relate to other people and to space in general. That's a big one. Because my plays, it's going to be a 3-part series. So one will be, I feel, something very similar to this, that the actor who will play the artist, who is me, will look into the eyes of the actor who is playing the part of one of my paintings. They're playing the role of the reconstructed and represented space of my memory of different places that exist in the world that I've now put onto a 2-dimensional surface. So with all of that, they're all actors within the performing space. And the artist, the character of the artist, will confront the actor and tell them what they think they are. But me, as the writer of these things, of this person, of this character that I'm creating, that is a piece of myself, I have all this inner dialogue and none of it is complete. So it's trying to write it down and confronting what it is that I'm actually, or trying to understand what it is, all that inner dialogue that people have. I know I'm not the only one. You have those little voices in the back of your head. Whether or not you want to say that they're good or bad, or, you know, the cliche symbol of an angel and a devil on each shoulder. I don't see them like that. but they are different voices. And they come out at different times and different moments. I hear them around different people. So what is my dialogue going to be? Is it this inner monologue that's going to be audible to a new audience? I mean, I always say that our surrounding space is just context in which we act within, and a different space means a different context to be a different character in our lives. So, I lost my train of thought. Because within theater, something has to change, someone has to change. What is the big dramatic question? I mean, that's what we're all trying to figure out in the entirety of our lives. And I'm trying to figure out part of it within a matter of months, within a matter of weeks, to be able to present to a board of people who will say yes or no. Not that I'm worried that I'm going to be denied moving forward in my academic career. I don't think I will. But I have to remember that under the umbrella of academia, that I have to limit myself to this. This is a lifetime project, because that's what being an artist is. It's a self-discovery process. It's about the process. That's what these plays are. It's a thesis. It's a reflection on the process of who I am and how I make art. But it's so damn hard. Words are so damn hard. Difficult in this sense right now, but I just really wish they were easier at this time. That I had a little bit more of a string to hold on to pull that idea and pull that monologue and that dialogue closer to me. Because my paintings are not about, they are about space, landscapes. There'd be a landscape, a seascape, a skyscape, a mindscape, emotional scape. But it's so much more than that. And so many people are not willing to delve into that aspect of personal intimacy, or they hesitate to do so because they won't understand, or they may feel that it's invasive, even though I'm handing them an invitation on a silver platter. Because I want the feedback too. I mean, in a selfish way. I want people to look at my art, to read my paintings, to read my words, to listen to my words and ideas, and get something from it. That's my goal in my life. Is to change or allow an opportunity for a shift in perspective. Not mine. Not to see the world through my eyes or how I think about space, but to stop and to appreciate what's around them, to recognize that they are an actor within their own story, and that their character changes in a space, no matter where you go, no matter how confident you are in your own 2 feet, in your own body. People will always be vulnerable. And maybe vulnerable is not the right word to use. Because vulnerable to me is a synonym for weakness. I don't see myself as a weak person or a vulnerable person because I welcome the voyeuristic gaze in every sense. It doesn't matter. Because I do it too. You go out and you people watch, and I mean, for those people out there in the world that are like me and find beauty in just about every single blade of grass that grows, or every snowflake that falls, or every crack in the sidewalk that we have built that is slowly being taken over again by nature. There is so much. There is so much to look at and so much to think about. And people get so lost in their own ego and wrapped up in what they're doing that I don't want to be a part of that. In a way, I am, because yes, I'm making work, trying to make a living as an artist. But I even said the other day that if I don't sell another painting, but I change someone with my language, whether it be visual or written or audible, then I've done my job. Now I can die happy one day. But everyone has that opportunity. They don't need someone like me to, or maybe they do. You know, maybe that's part of it, right? Is that if I'm going to be saying these things and making these things and writing these things and doing these things, that somewhere there is an anticipated audience. You know, that philosophical question, you know, if a tree falls in the woods, does it make a sound if no one's there to hear it? My grandfather would, he would come back at me for that and say, no, it doesn't make a sound, but it makes a noise. But what that noise is, I don't know. What that sound is, I don't know. They are one and the same when it comes to our senses. But they are very different at the same time. You have sound art, you have noise art, you have noise music and rock and whatever genre that you want to be categorized as. I could put this voice recording and this video under noise art, but it doesn't make sense to anyone other than maybe myself. But that's the point of me doing this right now, is to be able to understand what it means to look myself in the eye and tell myself the truth. Because maybe it'll tell me what my paintings are saying to me. And maybe I have to go back to my writings, that I moved my pen silently and spoke no words out loud for what I was feeling. Then, the person I was then, when I made those, is different than who I am now. There's a separation between me and them, between me and my past self, because we change every day. regardless if we want to or not. You know, they say people never change. And like maybe your morals or who you are in your purest essence doesn't change, but your character changes. It always changes. I don't even know if those paintings behind me are even honest. I don't remember who I was when I made them. I go into these blackout moments. Sometimes when I paint, some people call it being in the zone, right? You hear that a lot for endurance athletes who find their zone and they lose track of time. I lose track of time, but also who I am. I call it going into my basement, my subconscious. Over the years, I've become very comfortable down there. At first, it was kind of this very dark and scary space. But then I began to organize things there as part of my cleaning OCD, maybe, that I have, and this need to organize what's around me. Organize chaos, I suppose. My mom always said my bedroom could always be its own I Spy book, a children's book where you have to find things. I spy with my little eye. Even now, I'm not quite sure where to go next. I don't know what the second part of the play will be. I don't know what that conversation will be between the paintings and the viewer. Maybe I won't know until it happens. Maybe this is not the right time for this play to be performed, to be written. Maybe I don't know enough about myself right now and my relationship to my own work. You would think that I should, because I've been working on it for over 6 years between 2 schools and finding myself on a trail for 4 months and moving to a new place on next to nothing with a best friend and live in a motel in clean rooms, getting paid to meditate and have an outlet for that OCD cleaning. And adopt a dog and change my life completely. But perhaps this is just a sign that it's time to not make paintings anymore. Like, those are a documentation of who I was, like I said before. But now it's something completely different. I'm someone different. I enjoy to get my words out in a different way, and I see my paintings as words. That's why I don't refer to the voyeur as a viewer. I refer to them as a reader. I refer to myself as a reader of space, because it means it's more intimate. You have to pay attention when you read. You can't let your eyes just glaze over and be passive towards an image. I want you to be engaged. It's a great word. Be submerged, enthralled, be swept away. And then there's a third part of my play. which is the goodbye scene, or what I think it might be. They're all 10-minute plays, so they're all their own entities. There's a beginning, middle, and end for each of them. There's an opportunity for 3 different protagonists, 3 different major dramatic questions, because I can't define what mine is in my life right now. So I have so many that are floating around, that are floating by, that come and go so easily. And a lot of them, all of them, have to do with relationships and connection and network. To a person, to a space, to a place. So 3 different plays under the umbrella of a dramatic question that has to do with a relationship. So what is that question? Is it meaningful? Is it real? Is it a dream? Is it true? Is it disconnected? Is it unified? Is it for me?